plots examples show the same thing. Whenever I have tweaked it a little bit and I have got stability, I'll tell you what the tweaking is. He also gets stability. Right? And then I'll show you exactly, the Gale example is much easier to study because it's a single market. The scarf example has two markets, so therefore it's somewhat more complicated. So, it's quite amazing. Actually,
does the tweaking correspond to some kind of natural economic phenomenon?
Yeah, it corresponds to curbing your trading. So basically it means that you see, usually instabilities are thought of as happening because of income effects, of net sellers. So the net, you see, you think of a single market, right? Price adjust in disequilibrium in the direction of excess demand. So you can see that these are your equilibria. Now notice that here the pressure is because excess demand to move in this direction, here to move in this direction, here. So notice that there is no tendency to come to this equilibrium at all. So that's your unstable equilibrium. So the point is, what is happening here? Here the excess demand curve is upward rising. So can you guarantee that all excess demand curves at equilibrium will be downward sloping? The answer is no. Why is that? And the reason for that is, do this thought experiment. At a higher price than equilibrium, say there is one net buyer and one net seller. So what happens at a higher price? And it's not a given good or anything. It's not a given good kind of argument. At a higher price, the net buyer would buy less. So there should be excess supply because it was zero. He buys less. So, but net seller, what happens to the net seller? Net seller, because at the high price, the real income has gone up, so he'd like to buy more. So if he wants to buy more, whether that would offset, and if it offsets, if it's more important, then, okay, so how to curve that? And I'll show you, it just changes the way you look at the stability question altogether. It just has to do with saying that, look, if you, it would be, the following result is true. Think of an equilibrium, as many goods, whatever. If it is stable, fine. If it is unstable, then we can redistribute the endowments in such a way that the equilibrium will not change. It will be the same equilibrium, but it will be stable. So it's exactly the counterpart of the second welfare. So that's
but this still requires intervention.
It requires intervention. Without intervention, you can't. Something has to be done. But you don't have to say anything to the people's tastes or anything like that. Grow substitutes and all that we used to do. That's not required.
This is an important result. One can easily see that it's a significant.
Well, at least with the Gale example, you will see how this is changing. The excess demand curve just undergoes a huge amount of changes. But we'll talk about that too. Okay? Any question? So if you have any for
say,
Otherwise,
I
yes.
have a small question.
Small.
Which you give example about the renting house. So is it a problem of asymmetric information or moral hazard? Because you know everything about me as you are going to rent me your house.
No,
But
I mean,
I
it
am not
depends
going
on
to-
how you
Or
pose
it
the
is-
question. How you pose the question. Do I mean, I don't have information about whether you are going to rent my flat. Why is this water warm? Oh. So, I don't know whether you are a habitual liar or not. That when or what kind of person you are, I don't know. Are you a good person or are you a bad person? If you are a good person, if you are an ethically correct person who do the thing, so the problem is for those who are ethically correct to convey to the others that you are ethically correct. Everyone would say, "Hey, to everyone says that." There's no way you can prove that. So that's why questions of trust become important. No, there was a time in our country where the word of mouth was very important. You gave your word that I said tomorrow it will be done. That was like a contract which is executed and implemented. But that's not true anymore. And that is what has gotten you into trouble. So what I am saying is that you need all these kinds of things before you can talk about such. Okay?
I'd like
Now
to make
you
one
define it
observation.
in any way, moral hazard or call it whatever you will.
Right.
One
No,
observation.
moral hazard is something different. You see,
Yeah,
moral
that is-
hazard is something
that is-
different because moral hazard is if I put you into a situation where you change your behavior.
Right.
It is an action.
Right. Action.
Yeah, but here I don't know. You can take whatever action. I don't know what action you are going to take. So it's a bit like you buy insurance and behave irresponsibly.
Right.
That is moral hazard.
Correct.
But you can turn it around and say that when the insurance agent is going to give you the thing, he doesn't know what kind of a person you are.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sir, you just mentioned in the beginning that in case of like having stability, efficiency and competitive equilibrium with the help of the two fundamental theorems, like a two-way street, one leads to the other. Now, in what in case of a multiple equilibria framework, does the stability still like to ensure a stability in a multiple equilibria framework to find out one optimum equilibrium?
Yeah, if you have a multiple equilibria, then some of your equilibria are going to be unstable. See, the problem is that, like for instance, look here.
Right, sir.
This equilibrium just doesn't matter. You never get to see it.
Right.
Right? It depends on where you are to begin with. You either see this or you see that. So that it doesn't matter.
But then aren't we losing out on efficiency? Like that is a better.
Oh, no. Better for whom? Better for whom?
From the lower point, if we are jumping, like the point where we're tending
No,
to.
but this is excess demand, but it is when it is a lower price, that's a higher price. The lower price is good for the buyers,
High price.
bad for the sellers.
Good user.
The high price is
Good for producer.
so. There is always a kind of trade-off. That
Right.
there will be. You know, think of all the Pareto optima. Some is good for some, bad for the others, but you can't have for both. Can't improve the lot of both. But it's not, don't look at it in terms of efficiency, you get confused. Okay, so tomorrow.